Dav, I suppose a winner's a winner, and it was important, wasn't it, after the last couple of league games?
Yeah, it was important. We were bitterly disappointed with the last 2 league games, especially Saturday. But ultimately it was about bouncing back from that and showing that grit and resilience that ultimately when you represent this football club you have to have as a non-negotiable. And we fell short of that Saturday, and it was all of that today, and to be fair, the boys delivered.
Is that why it was a strong team in a sense?
Yeah. Listen, like even the last game against Cheltenham, we made changes, but ultimately we'll always field a strong team because we want to win every game that we compete in. But yeah, again, we fielded a team tonight that we fully believed that would give us a good chance of winning the game, and we did.
And subs paid off, and Oliver Green took his chance well. Yeah,
he did. He did, to be fair. We felt maybe we weren't creating an awful lot in that first half. We made a couple of changes, and I thought Jepcott was brilliant in his role as a 10, if you like. And then the addition of Courtney, Ollie and Cameron Antwi as well just give us that little bit more of a spark at that stage of the game, which certainly helped.
Yeah, look, Jeffcott, I mean, he's doing his damnedest. A goal will surely come, won't it?
Yeah, to be fair, this is probably a good opportunity to speak about the lad because he's brilliant. Because he's one that could easily be frustrated with game time or obviously not converting chances, etc. But he applies himself every day, and you can't fault him for that. I thought his performance was very good tonight, and he's just missing that goal. But he's a team player, and that comes first. And
could there be a role as a number 10 for him, do you think?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, the role of the 10 can change depending on what you're trying to achieve, and we asked him to drop into spaces at half time, and he certainly did that. He got on the ball and he made things happen. So yeah, depending on how we want that 10 to play, then definitely he can definitely do it.
Did some of the players tonight give you serious thought about what happens on Saturday at Barrow?
Yeah, definitely. We spoke before the game about those non-negotiables representing this football club, having that winning mentality, having that competitive edge, and based on the last 2 games, there was an added sort of incentive to that to get yourself in the team for Saturday. When we played Cheltenham, it was off the back of 3 wins. Obviously tonight it's off the back of 2 defeats, so there's places up for grabs, definitely.
Sounds like there's been a bit of soul searching and straight talking maybe in the last few days.
Yeah, 100%. Some honest words were shared between players and staff at half time on Saturday. We felt like we saw a little bit of a difference on Saturday in the second half. Still not enough, but like we said, it's important not to forget about that. It's about learning from it, and the lads showed that tonight through that grit, resilience and commitment that you have to show when you put on a Newport County shirt, and it paid off.
Yeah, and still the injuries keep piling up. I mean, hopefully nothing tonight, but is there any light at the end of that tunnel?
Yeah, there's a little bit. So Spellman's getting that bit closer each week. He's back on the grass this week. And then we've got a couple of other individuals that are maybe 2 or 3 weeks away, which, comes around fast. So, yeah, fingers crossed we can come out of that unscathed. I think we have. And over the next couple of weeks, we'll be that little bit stronger.
Miley has had the operation, has he?
Yes.
How long do you have to give him, do you think?
He'll be about maybe 3 or 4. It's early days, but that's what we're predicting.
I mean, I know that you look at all this. You haven't the same last season as well. You're just unlucky. What do you think?
Yeah, I think being unlucky is definitely a part of it. But I think if you go around most clubs in the country, I think everyone's in a similar position. So it is definitely something that we look at and we assess, and we as staff, we always want to be better. But we have certainly been unlucky with a lot of them.
In terms of, because Barrow will be a very different challenge to a young West Ham side as well, won't it? But nonetheless, do you feel that the building blocks from that performance can help?
Yeah, definitely. We said to the boys before the game, like we need to use that as a stepping stone for Barrow effectively, and by winning the game, you give yourself a great chance then of going into that in a much more positive frame of mind. We've done that, So yeah, but Barrow will be a totally different challenge. But credit to West Ham, I thought, you know, they're a young side and I thought they applied themselves brilliantly well. But Barrow will be a different challenge, certainly. Yeah.
Matty Baker playing right back. Is that?
Yep.
That's, I mean, obviously you're a bit short in the middle at the minute, but do you think long term is he going to be a, sort of an option there?
Yeah, he did it a couple of times last year and he did it well. He's quite versatile. Matt, he could play in midfield, he could play as a centre half, whether that be a 2 or a 3, and he could play full back. So obviously the role of the full back changes when he's in there, but yeah, he could definitely do it, and I think he proved that tonight. I thought he was very good.